Blowout games in the finals haven't turned away viewers as the TV ratings have reached numbers they haven't seen since Michael Jordan's last title with the Bulls in 1998. Through the first 4 games, the series has averaged nearly 20 million viewers per game. We're joined by Rob Parker. Welcome, Rob.
Look at you. How are you, Joy? Why are you looking at me like that? Like I was wrong or something?
No, just we're soon asking a few questions. Yeah, you've been very critical of the NBA playoffs.
Yes. Why are you looking at me like that?
And this finals matchup, and you've called it boring. So how do you explain this?
I can easily explain this. First of all, people love to watch a train wreck. Okay, so that's part of it. And then there's no competition. Shannon, I checked my TV guide opposite the NBA Finals.
They don't even make TV guide anymore.
NBC has Manimal on, and CBS has My Three Sons. So, you know, Google those.
My 3 Sons have been on since the 60s.
Okay. Try again.
Okay, so forget about that. All right, let me try something else. First of all, before you dance around and talk about how great the numbers are, Game 1, which was a 19.2, right, was down 5% just from Game 1 a year ago. So this whole buildup of these two teams in the trilogy, people didn't buy in from Game 1 because people didn't watch. They should have watched at record numbers or better numbers. And then here's the other one. After Game 3, they had 20.5 million. Now, that's a great game. 11-0 run. The Warriors steal that game to go up 3-0. Now, Game 4 should be a bonanza for NBA and ABC with the TV ratings from this standpoint. They were going for history. 16-0, had a chance to close out LeBron. For all the people who don't want to see LeBron win, here's my chance. He's going to get swept. All the GOAT talk is over. There was a reason to watch. And you know what? The ratings dipped. Now, not a huge dip. Yes, they did, Skip.
The 19.
But they were 20.5. Here's my research. I got it, okay? Here's my research. The ratings dipped. And it was a small dip, but still, they should not have dipped. They should have grown and gone bigger.
All that being said, with LeBron, the GOAT talk, and 4-0 sweep, and KD being on the Warriors, Shaq and Kobe, Tim Duncan, all these other scenarios, none of them did what that 98 Bulls series did.
Don't count the Spurs because the Spurs have the 5 lowest rated NBA finals, okay? So
I've been saying they were proper.
Okay, they were boring. You know that, Skip. And people never bought into the Spurs nationally.
Except when they were playing LeBron in 2013 and 2014.
Not 2007?
No.
Not in that one. People didn't want to watch that.
Yeah.
See, you could be like, there's 2 different kinds of butterscotch. You can have the butterscotch with no name on it, just the yellow, or you can have the Werthers. Now, which do you want? LeBron James is butterscotch, but he's Werthers. The Spurs ain't got nothing on the wrap. It's just yellow paper. You just know it's a butterscotch.
But are they beating 1998 rating?
Shot at the Spurs?
No.
What are we talking about the Spurs for?
No, we're not.
But, Rob, think about this. This is the 20 years. These are the highest rated. I don't care they're not drawing 30 million. I don't care they're not drawing 25 million. These are the highest rated finals since Michael Jordan won 6.
They should be better than Michael Jordan's because everybody's telling me that each of these teams have 4 or 5 Hall of Famers on it. Everybody, we're watching the Warriors are the all-time great team. They were about to go 16-0. Not even Michael Jordan went 16-0. This was supposed to be the best team that we've ever seen.
Think about this. Michael Jordan was going for 6-0 with 6 Finals MVPs. And in Game 6, he had the flu. Think about the compelling storyline. Now, look, you're talking about LeBron could be. Skip, you were at that game. So you know firsthand.
He didn't have the flu in that.
No, Game 5.
Right.
Game 5.
Series, right.
The year before. But go ahead.
This many. That's what he was going for. He was about to be perfect. Is Michael Jordan going to be perfect, 6-0? Will he win Finals MVP? Skip. And plus this. They went 72 and 10 in the regular season. They followed that up with 69 and 13. People don't even mention that. Look, no matter what you think of LeBron, I hope he gets swept. Can he pull this off? Will KD get his first one? Will Steph Curry play like the Steph Curry in the finals of the regular season? No matter what the reasons are, people are still watching this series.
And by the way, Rob, quick point of order. Friday and Saturday nights have been death to sports ratings, so the NBA has tried to avoid a Friday or Saturday, and they'll even space their games out absurdly, like 4 days in a
Which is ridiculous,
to miss
right?
the Friday, and they got stuck with a Friday. So that led to a slight dip there. I get what you're saying. You'd like to see it go up, but I think it had a whole lot to do with Friday night.
But it should be building, Skip. And I'm just saying the
Well,
numbers.
Game 4 was up 5%
Right.
from last
But
year.
it should be back. And don't forget.
Was up for, well, you didn't mention that, though. You said it was down.
Well,
No,
it's down from, he's saying it's down from Game 3,
From
but
Game
Game
3.
4 was
Right,
up
right.
5% from last year.
I will bet you tonight will be up. It could be the biggest draw of all four of those games.
You're still betting me? I beat you the other day on that Game 3. Didn't we? I beat you on
I
that
think we bet on that.
Yes, we did.
What do we bet?
We bet Game 3 a case. I said that the Warriors would win. You could go get the tape.
Okay,
I bet you that.
I think
Yeah.
the tape said that you said 5.
No, I did.
Warriors
I
three.
did say 5 originally, but I'm talking about we bet on Game 3. You don't remember, Skip?
No?
Yes.
Well, you weren't on the show before Game 3.
Yes.
Why would I bet just on Game 3 before the series
because
started?
you thought that LeBron and them would win that game. That was the game. You know what I mean? That they would win. Yes, I did.
no.
We did bet that.
No.
Absolutely.
I thought we
Give
bet.
OE, Skip.
I thought you said that it was going to be a sweep.
No, I never said that.
Okay,
You
but
remember
you
right
said
on this show,
5.
I said,
Well,
Skip,
I checked
wanted
the tape before the show.
And what did I say? I said I wanted to bet.
5.
I said I wanted to bet a sweep, and you said you should do it. And I said no. The Cavaliers are going to win a game at home.
No, this is what you said. You said the Cavaliers are going to, I'm too chicken. I'm too scared to say a sweep, so I'm going to go 5. Skip said, have the courage, your conviction, and say sweep.
But I was
no, I'm
right.
not going to
I'm
do
going
it.
to be right after this. This Game 5,
Okay,
it's
well,
all over
that's what you
tonight.
got, but it's not about Game 3. I
Yeah,
don't know
we
where you
bet
got
Game
that.
3. We
We
bet
did not.
We bet a
Why
case
would I
of
bet
two.
Game 3?
You weren't
Yes.
on the show.
You
for
weren't
Game
even
3.
here.
I was before we had that.
We was in Oakland.
No, but we bet that
Cleveland.
before.
Why
about
would we
Game
bet on
3.
Game 3?
I remember
All the
that.
games. Not
Am I
Game
losing
1,
my
not
mind?
Game
I
2.
You're
was
losing
here.
your mind.
I think you're losing your
Skip,
mind.
really?
You bet
Because
on
Rick
the
Barry
series.
chewed him out on the radio, so that's what that is.
That did it. Yep.
He said all white guys sounded like.
Oh, no. Skip and Rick Barry aren't even close. Are you kidding?
Good friend of mine, former partner of mine, Rick Barry, on radio. Ah.
And are you happy about what transpired?
I hope he put you in your place.
No, Skip.
So, back to the case at hand, speaking of case of due, what we have been trying to tell you all year, I found this whole NBA season one of the most dramatic subplots and plots is debatable, discussable day after day. I have loved coming in here and going at it with this man across from me about NBA whatever. Westbrook's triple-double, Westbrook versus Harden for MVP. KD leaves Westbrook and goes to form a super team in Oakland. LeBron James down the stretch goes 23 and 23 over his last 46, and you're saying, what is happening to the Cavaliers? Then they flip their switch, and here they come.
But your ratings went up because you're dealing with the creme de la creme of the NBA. You go and look at the regional, Skip, they were down 15% all year, and TNT and ESPN national ratings were down 6%. That's because the other 28 teams you're not talking about, people weren't
Okay,
But that's always the
weren't
case, though.
compelling. No, not as bad. 15% is a huge drop.
I got
regional.
that. But all of a sudden, we have cream versus cream. Ultimate cream.
But one is sour cream.
Which one?
The Cavaliers.
They're sour cream, and they won 137 to 116 is sour cream.
They'll never shoot like that again. That's a once in a lifetime. Did you watch that? Everything they put up.
I didn't see it. What
You
happened?
do know who
everything.
do you know who has the most 3 points made in a regular season game?
Yes.
Who has the most 3-pointers made in a postseason game?
Yes.
So in other words, they can shoot like that.
I will sit here right now. If you think they're going to score 137 points at Golden State tonight,
No, I mean think about it. That's the most points anybody
will they
scores
win
since the
tonight,
second game.
Shannon?
Yes.
No, they won't. Steak dinner. It's all over.
Okay.
Put your hand out.
You got to remember your
Skip, you
bet,
want
though.
some of this?
I already did it.
No, I mean for this game right here. I'm
You
here.
already
tonight.
You already
16.
bet it. You already bet me on this game. It's going to come down to this game for our bet.
Yeah, because you
Joy,
said
you want
5.
some?
I'm not a gambling woman.
A steak dinner?
I ain't going to Sizzle either. Okay, I just want you to know.
Plus,
Don't be coming. Are we going to
you don't pay your bets
I don't
on
make
dinner
Skip.
anyway.
Skip, I pay my bets, don't I?
No.
Yeah. I win 12 out of 14, and you say, let me take you to dinner one time, and it's all clear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how you pay.
I would want all my dinner.
Or we see that the Residence Inn, I would say, Skip, this counts as a dinner.
Yeah. He's like, I don't make you a Skip's money. So this is going to have to do. No, it's not going to do. I'm going to somewhere swanky.
Okay.
Where you got to have a coat.
So, Rob, will you watch tonight, or you're going to?
I've been watching every single game.
You know why? Because it's Steph and Durant against LeBron and Kyrie. It's awesome.
I've been
You can't get bigger star power.
been
Think about
watching.
Skip, and think about it. People go out on Friday and Saturday night. A lot of people don't care about basketball, whether basketball fans or
You're
not.
telling me these are two of the greatest teams ever, and you're telling me that if you're a basketball fan, or we're not asking Joe Blow to watch, we're talking about the NBA fans. Why would it dip from 20.5 to 19?
Because it's on Friday night.
It's on Friday. Do you know what Friday night is? I've been working all week. I'm going to drink. I'm going to get my drink on. That's what they're going to do. You know it, Rob Parker. You need to stop playing. You make it seem like you weren't a 20-something-year-old, 30-year-old, and with. I'm so.
What?
What, Skip? Joy, you want some?
No.
Joy, come on, get in on this.
No, Rob.
Just a steak dinner, Ruth Chris.
For what? That it's over tonight?
For tonight. Up?
No, plus you're off your diet now, so that might be an expensive dinner for you now.
It's going to be a
Rob,
name,
thanks
but it
for
ain't going to
joining
be
us.
Ruth Chris. It's going to
Coming
be
up,
Craig.
how would you grade LeBron's performance in the finals so far? Eddie House is back to debate that next. I'm falling for that, Rob.